Welcome back to another trip. Y'all here with Trippy Joker. We are at the podcast summit right now. We're doing interviews, brand promotion. We've partnered with Melrose 2020, Can't Right Every Wrong, Miracle Aid, and Cool People Network to give people the full outlet experience. Make sure y'all tap into the episode. Watch the full episode to the end. Three, two, one in this motherfucker. We got a mic, nigga. What's up, bitch? That's the offer. You can shop clothes. You can put your media on. You can put yourself out there. Tell your story. Ain't nobody doing this. This is real multimedia. How are you feeling, my brother? You over here look ecstatic.
I'm feeling good. I ain't complaining. Over here trying to get some sales, man. You know, gotta run over here and get to the customers. You feel me? Gotta get your hustle on. You know what I mean?
Gotta get your hustle on. Get your hustle on, brother. Execution. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. We just traveling. We literally just traveling to dimensions and we just all over the place. I don't know. At this point, I want to go walk around some more. Just get some exercise in there. The Boss Brothers, or one of three?
Yep.
One of three Boss Brothers. Tell us about yourself.
My name is Khalik. I'm an 11-year-old entrepreneur. My brothers and I published our first book, and it's going to teach children what they can do to make their own money. It's going to teach them about financial literacy, and we'll be going around schools, like elementary schools. We're trying to go to kindergarten and more other schools, but we've been to elementary, high school, and we spoke to college students and everything. But this book's going to teach them what they need to know about financial literacy.
My name is Nick. I'm a 14-year entrepreneur. My brothers and I were the authors of 9 books at Amazon. You can go follow us on any social media platform, Boss Brothers Universe. And our mission to teach kids all around the world how to make their own money and how to become self-sufficient. Because when someone knows how to make their own money, they don't have to go commit a crime for some money. So our book also starts crime all around the world. So you want to support us in our cause, all our social medias are Boss Brothers Universe. You can donate to our cash at Boss Brothers Universe. You can get 1,000 books for your son, daughter, nephew, niece. Get as many as you want. And we'll see y'all in the next one. And if we can do it, you can do it too.
We make it like, why not Boss Brothers Universe? And I would say, looking at our books that we do, we come to make a positive impact in our community. We know from our research that prisons are built based off the third grade reading levels. And so we go around to different schools and things, and from we go to take our boys to schools, we can see the impact that they have. So once we finish with our speaking and things, other children want to write books and they're motivated and inspired. Now, however, once you go to middle school and high school, it's not so much so. They're more so distracted by the things that are in the world. Yes, but we see that the impact this way. So if we want to make our community better, we have everything we need. Start at home. So start at home and be an example.
Podcast summit with Love to Bead. Tell us about yourself.
Hey, I'm Tam with Love to Bead. I got gemstone jewelry. I got everything you need right here. From necklaces to bracelets, bangles. I even got something for the podcasters. I got some cups. I got some keychains. So I got it all right here.
And how long have you been into the jewelry beading business?
About 6 years now.
What does Love to Bead mean to you? Why that name?
Love to Bead means confidence. I love instilling confidence in people. I love making people smile. I love making people happy. I love seeing smiles on their faces when they put my product on. So it's just about happiness and feeling.
And is there a reason why you chose LUV instead of the regular way it's spelled?
Just to be different. I wanted something different, and actually this was the first name that I actually thought of because I actually love to bead. I really do. It's my passion.
It was aligned for you to...
It really was. It's my passion.
We are at the podcast summit with AI Innovision.
The reason AI Innovision exists is that we train, we speak, and we consult in the spaces of AI. So we show people how to scale their businesses. We obviously attend podcasts as well. When invited, we're very happy to do that. So we train everything from federal government employees, small business, corporate, higher education. So that's the space we live in. There are changes that take place every day. It's probably happening now in the world of AI, and she is on top of it, and she shares all of the information and customizes solutions so that people can take advantage of her expertise. So the way it's changing the podcast space is it's allowing people to be a lot more creative, and some of the things that people who are getting started with in terms of trying to build build their podcast. They don't have all the tools. They don't have all the human capital they need in order to do what they need to do. So with that being said, she can show them ways to improve processes and streamline things so that one person may be able to do the work of 6 people. And that way you can save a little bit of money. So you can spend a couple of $100s on some tools or some apps that could help you versus having to go out and hire another human to do it.
For the experience.
Yes, sir. So within the accelerator program, what is your favorite or preferred AI program or platform to use?
I feel like ChatGPT is like it's like the one.
That's the go-to.
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I know it's basic and simple. Like
Yeah.
that's the first thing you think of, but it's a reason that's the first thing you think of. It can
Yeah.
do a lot of things, and it's a lot of tools out there. It's really broad though. So, but I say that's like my favorite one because you could like integrate it with so many things, and it could teach you how to use the other tools effectively. So I say ChatGPT for
Yeah,
sure.
ChatGPT is like the Apple of AI. That's how I like to describe it because you got your big dog of the phone company,
Right.
and then you got your sub companies that either complement or they're trying to compete, like Google, Gemini. How do you feel about the different chatbots that you can interact with?
Me personally, I'm just not really starting to get into the chatbot.
Okay.
But for me, I don't know if you heard of TDO. That's my first one. So basically, I personally integrated it with a website. So we had to do something called capstone project to graduate, right?
Okay.
So I integrated it with my website, and it was functional and things of that nature. So that's something I really want to get into. Like, 'cause it's really cool. So like I said, I got to the beginning stage of it, and I even got it functional. You know what I mean? So I think it's really cool. I think it's cool for sure. Like it's something that I feel like people should really look into.
And what's the resource called again?
TDO.
How do you spell it?
TDO. TIDIO.
Man, so how I'm feeling right now, bro. Vendors is loving me. The people downstairs, they hearing me out.
They interact. That's what we need.
At like 1 p.m., they gonna have the breakout rooms where like it's gonna be a speaker in there and a speaker in this room. So that's when people is gonna start flooding up here. The main stage is really dominating the whole. Like if you walk down there,
It's fat.
you be like,
What's going on?
the fuck? Actually, we could just leave this motherfucker because people is not at their booth and we could just slide back type shit. You wanna go see what the main room look like? All right, well, we already walked through all of this.
Oh, there go bro right there.
Yeah.
He probably like, where you go?
We ready to just move the whole shit. He's like, damn, ain't nobody watching the booth? Look. we a mobile booth at this point. We mobily interviewing. I'm just showing him the main stage and shit.
If you don't want it as bad as you want to breathe, then you don't want to be successful. That's what I learned from him. Make sure you tap in with him and you listen to everything that man say, because it's the truth. We're talking.
Man. So as you can see, this is where everybody's at.
Nah, facts. Facts.
Cause if you go upstairs, and y'all can see it on the video, it look kind of empty, a little dry, a little desert. This 'cause everybody- Look who they want to listen to. Who don't want to listen to this thing?
This ain't feelings, it's showing up for people. David's brothers.
If you could describe Podcast Summit Day 1 in one word, what would you say?
Her.
Of all the things you could have said on this platform,
Shout out to Instagram. You could have said, thank God for letting me be here. She said, her.
bro, I thought she said prayer, cuz I
Nah.
really thought.
Man, this is a blessing because the last time I came down here, it really wasn't by choice. My auntie was watching me for the summer and it was just ugly. I came down here, I fell off the go-kart, fucked my arm up and shit. I was like, I'm never going back to Atlanta. I'm here 20 years later. I got a whole brand. I'm here with bro. He's pushing his brand. So we just really trying to make dreams come true. So we just here to tell y'all that walk by faith and not by sight. Because I'm telling you, you'll end up in some crazy places.
Yes,
For real.
sir. Nah, real talk. I'm just curious today. From this clothing rack, what is your favorite piece that you did?
Ooh, that's tough.
I really feel like I know. I really
That's
feel like I know
tough.
already.
That's tough.
My favorite piece gotta be this joint right here.
Not gonna hold you.
It gotta be this joint.
That jacket does hold something special in my heart right now. Not gonna lie. It really should be up here in the front, but y'all know how it is. If you took communications classes, you gotta kill them out with the colors first, because they not gonna know how they feel. So this is a mood changer. But favorite piece. Would it be crazy if I told you it's not even on this rack? Or should I pick one from each rack? Okay, if I gotta pick one from each rack, I'm gonna go with this jacket right here. Like, I like the vest, but I love this jacket right here. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. And if I go to this rack, it's this right here. Front and center is front and center for a reason. It's the colors, it's the patches, it's the little cross plushie right here. I handmade everything. So, call these wine spilled denim. Dyed these with real wine. This is not a joke. 3 bottles of wine. That's gonna be my 2 favorite pieces for right now until I make some other fire shit right now. So, holla at me, chat.
Welcome back to another trip. We are at the podcast summit right now. Who are we here today with?
Yushika.
That's ma'am. And what do you do?
I do credit, actually. I help people with their personal and business credit and funding. My podcast is built around women, actually, who are going through, professional women in particular, who are going through just overwhelming challenges with life while also trying to balance professional life and things like that.
So I consult 2 things. So I show how to rent private car rentals in Atlanta. I have over 40 cars in Atlanta, and I also fix people credit so they can get funding and do whatever they can do to fix their business.
Yes, sir. So which one did you start off first with?
And I started off credit. Credit helped me leverage that to cash flow, learn how to fix people credit, fix my own credit, fix my family credit.
Yes,
that
sir.
allowed me to start my assets to start making me money.
Back to another trip. We are at the podcast summit with Holy Hustle. Tell us about yourself.
So my name is Pat Morgan. I am the owner of this brand called Holy Hustle. And so what Holy Hustle is about is just changing our mindset when it comes to the kingdom of God and how we do things. And so that's why we came up with the name Holy Hustle, meaning that, he broke chains, we break cycles. And so the cycle of poverty, the cycle of inferiority, and all of those cycles that God, because of what he did, we can do.
I am the owner of the brand that is launching here today, right now. God is my algorithm, all right? And it is not just merch, but it's a movement. It's a whole entire movement. It is about allowing God to be your algorithm. Truth over trends, purpose over performance, calling over clout. That's what it's about. He healed me, so that was life-changing. Before there were times when I couldn't walk or I walked with pain. So he, has been a game changer for me in terms of me following, his truth and his lead. It's been, my life. Walking by faith and not by sight is also what this is about. So I like to say faith is the formula, favor is the flex.
On a Sunday morning, God said, I need you to establish Black Boy Genius. I'm going like, why Black Boy? I heard this voice as clear as day. Because I need you to start motivating Black and brown boys to start thinking, not be consumers of all these social media products. I need them to create the next social media stuff. I need them have them create the next business. I need them to start using their minds beyond athletics and beyond music and entertainment. I need them to start thinking, how do I create the $1 trillion company that AI is allowing you to do now? Because if you learn AI, you can learn anything. Alicia Powell is right down the booth here, who's like the Chat GPT whisperer. So Black Boy Genius is about motivating our Black and brown boys to think. Because when you go to colleges, especially Black colleges, it's almost like 10 to 1 in terms of the amount of young men that stay in college. We get a lot of young men who go to college, but they don't stay. And we need to try and encourage them and motivate them to think, I have to get that education where I can move farther along. So that's my job now, is to make sure I motivate as many young men of color as possible to think.
Welcome back to another trip. We are at the podcast summit with
Asher.
And he is the cousin of the holistic problem solver.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What does it mean to support your family when it comes to stuff like this?
It was big, man. It's big. He had something come up, but his company, I'm a user of all the products. My company actually also, we do a lot of his supplements. So he has supplements here. So my company is the provider for his supplements. But he's from Savannah. I'm from Atlanta. So it was nothing to come up and help. But it's a dope conference that's going on here. And his products, everything that we have here is really towards getting to the root cause of any issue. So if it's skin, if it's gut, if it's detox, we really want to get to the root cause of it and not really mask it with drugs and stuff like that. And that's what we're trying to do here.
So out of all the products that you use, when it comes to this brand. What is your favorite?
My favorite, I would say, is the follicle hair stimulator. I ain't gonna, still kind of. I remember those days, but so the follicle stimulator is really, really nice. It helps with preventing something called DHT.
Okay.
DHT is an enzyme that literally leads to male pattern baldness, and so we have some key things in there like pumpkin seed oil that really helps with that. So personally, I use that a lot. Then after that, the therapeutic problem solver cream, as you can see there, helps with everything like pain, helps with skin, helps with alopecia and hair. And again, the whole thing is 100% natural, using the things that God made in amounts that we know that science says supports. And we're doing it, man. We've been doing this for 13 years, and we've seen a lot of great results.
We solve people problems because we have a lot of testimonials about people basically telling us, coming back to us and reaching out and saying, hey, this cream you gave me or this product you gave me, because we also make juices, but we also make juices that help, because our juices have soursop and sea moss in it, and they're good for high blood pressure, dead cancer cells, and cholesterols and other things. So we basically solve problems.
Yeah.
That's what our company really do. Yes, man.
It's here. It's here.
I need that sour sauce.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to SoFly. He put me on.
So my company is called Rare. So Rare, if you look us up on Instagram, you look us up on LinkedIn.
Like
RE, yeah, it stands for Real Athletes in Real Estate. So I had the opportunity, I played for the University of Georgia, Minnesota Vikings. And afterwards, what happens is that a lot of athletes, as you know, financially, you see it everywhere, right? Lost money, a financial advisor took this money. Well, now what's happening, Jalen, is that we're finding that high school people are getting paid. So this new thing that happened is called NIL, name, image, and likeness. They're getting buku money, right? But imagine this, you got 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds that don't know how to manage their money. But now you're getting 17, 18-year-olds. They're getting 1.6 in high school.
They don't know what to do.
Jalen, they give you 200, you gonna act a fool, right? So these guys got 1.6. So what we're really trying to do, we've created a safe place for them to learn, grow, and invest. So we teach them. We have cohorts that teach them financial literacy, and then after that, they're able to participate in a fund that we have, from which they can deploy capital, and we give them returns, and they can invest with like-minded people, but also with athletes who understand where they're at, because we've been there.
We help people, professionals, speakers, thought leaders, and business owners. We help them get their books published, because you know how a lot of times they're running a business, they don't have time to get it done.
Right.
So that's what we do. We get them to the finish line.
Right. So why did you choose? Like, I know it's simple and straightforward. Books grow business, but how do you market yourself to make people aware that books actually grow their business?
Yeah, there's two types of folks out there. People that they know they need a book because they want to stand out, they want to get on the stages, they want to get on TV, radio, and there's no better vehicle for a message or a messenger than a book. It really helps. I'm in branding, so it's about personal brand.
Yes, sir.
And a book will help you anchor your brand in the mind of your audience and your reader. So that's like my passion behind helping people with books.
I love with the concept. Basically, it's taking your average working man, working woman. You have an idea. Maybe you've been wanting to author a book, but you just don't have the time. His business, he'll actually help you from scratch. Take your idea, do interviews with you, and he'll take all your concepts and bring it from idea to a book form.
I'm Kayla, the campaign queen, so I do all the front-end marketing, so social media, creative direction, pretty much all the stuff that you see front-end, even our merch that's on our table, our graphics, things like that. And then Alyssa, my partner, does the back end.
Yes, my name is Alyssa, or Carlissa. I do pretty much everything involved with a funnel. So we do some of the social media strategy, but we also do the DM automations, like comment the word funnel and I'll send you something. That type of stuff. We do email, text. We also work a lot with landing pages, building out communities, courses. We work in the AI space and in the metaverse.
I'm about to see the most random grab ever. So what are some of the steps that you are taking to make sure that you're, staying as an individual in the art world?
Just putting my stuff out, right? So I feel like from the people that I've interviewed, and also I've experienced this too, the biggest thing is we create so much for other people because that's where the bag is, but you forget to create for yourself, right? The thing that made you passionate or excited about it, that gets eliminated from you, and then you get burnt out, you tired, all those different things, instead of finding a space for you to say, hey, let me carve out this little lane because I really had this idea that I was excited about that I want to do, but I know I got to keep doing this to bring in money, basically.
Yes, okay, so what makes your studio or event space different from the others that is offered in Atlanta?
I mean, it's all kind of the same. What I've done is I have my event space and my studios all in the same space. So you can come into my space, start your podcast as you grow it if you want to have an event. Because what I'm noticing is a lot of people are moving podcasts to live events like this. So I wanted to be able to have everything in one space. So that's kind of what we do. We have multiple sets within there that we could change out. And we just offer full service for people who want it.
Yes, and what is the name of this studio space so they can come support you?
Oh, it's called the Success Center.
I tried to put myself in new environments. I actually wasn't going to be here today, so shout out to you for throwing out the ticket. The reason why I decided not to come is because the people that I know here that were on the flyer, I've experienced being in the room with them 5 to 10 times already. And one thing that I try to make sure that I'm being purposeful about is being in the room with new people, around new faces and new environments, because I realize the more that you're exposed to, then the more you can actually grow to. And if I'm in the same environments with the same people, then it may be limiting in some cases. And so I try to purposely put myself in new environments, and I think that's what everybody should do.
So what makes a podcast great?
I think authenticity is something that makes it great. But from there, it's the person that seeks the knowledge to do more for the community.
Yes, sir. And what steps do you take to seek knowledge so you're giving those steps to the community?
I will go back to a verse in the Bible. Don't quote me on the scripture, but that it says, lean not onto your own understanding. Basically, I'm not always looking at it from my own lens, but I'm seeking from other lens, meaning I read a little bit more. I might listen to other podcasts. I might listen to other speakers and stuff like that to pour back into my cup.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And what has happened in your life that would be a great podcast episode?
I would say perseverance. Throughout my whole life, I've been persevering. Whether it be in the military, 3 deployments in 6 years, whether it be a father of 4 daughters, whether it being something as far as wanting to be a part of a team or organization or fraternity. Shout out to the Brewers. But the thing is starting from a point where I may have not thought I would, and then going all the way through to believing that I could and do it again.
Mine is the conversation. Mine is, without the conversation, we can't have the understanding. See, you think about that? See, right? There's so much stuff going on, but we just don't talk to each other. And since we don't talk to each other, we don't have an understanding. We assume.
Yes, sir.
But once we have the conversation, we get an understanding. Now, we may not agree, but at least we have an understanding.
Facts. So what was your intentions behind starting the conversations? I know you said we don't move anywhere without having comprehension and conversations, but why is that?
You know what? I think because I saw so much stuff going on, and I saw people getting into disagreements just because they didn't talk. It wasn't that. Seriously.
No, real talk.
Think about it. Most of the times when people are going through stuff, I got an issue with you, but we never talk about it. What? 2-3 months go by, you mean mugging me, I'm mean mugging you, we at the same place, all because we didn't have a conversation.
It's that simple.
It was that simple. And I said, I want to talk to people.
My brand is Ball Forever. We from Ohio.
Okay, and what does Ball Forever mean to you?
Ball Forever, man, essentially, man, we just want to live, you feel me, live like kings, live like queens, We attract abundance, we attract prosperity, we attract positivity, we attract millions, you feel me? You could do anything you want to do. Don't ever let nobody tell you that you can't do nothing. That shit sound dumb as hell.
Speak on the journey from incarceration to now building a successful brand.
Man, it's been a journey. I ain't even gonna lie, it's definitely been a journey. The vision came to about 2016. And you know, until now, like it's been a process. So you know, it's not just overnight or anything, but it's just you know me keeping my faith, me believing, and you know me continue walking with faith and walking with God and putting God first. And you know, anything is possible.
What type of podcast do you have, sir?
So my podcast is called Point of View Uncensored. On all social media platforms, we talk about, it's an all-male podcast where we talk about a lot of social relevant topics like education, government affairs, social, emotional learning, mental health, business, a little bit of everything. I learned to be consistent in posting, and to never give up on what you're doing. The process is going to be hard because when you're setting up a podcast, I mean, it's a lot of things going on. But if it's something that you really, really want to do, stick to it, and it will have a reward in return.
This is good, okay? If you want your thoughts to come to the forefront of your mind, drink this juice, all right? If they in the back, and you know, when you got that like, it's good, it's real strong, it's sweet, it's got that perfect lemony zest, okay? Yeah, maybe I'll start a food channel too. No, but for real, all jokes aside, the drink is really, really tasty. You said it's blackberry, blueberry, and lemonade. You could tell that everything tastes fresh. Definitely tastes fresh. I'm feeling a little hint of the blackberry in the back of the throat. Smelling the lemon is coming to my senses in the front. Anyway, make sure y'all go. I don't really know where you can get it outside of that bucket, but ask Trippy, he'll tell y'all where y'all can get y'all one.
Yeah, man, we here with Trippy, you know, at the Podcast Summit 2025, man, making a difference in everybody's lives. We just, you know, trying to make it happen, so we taking action, man. We about to hop on this pod.
Yes, sir. So tell us about a little bit about your podcast, Breaking the Possibilities. Why that name?
Breaking the Possibilities, man, because I've overcome addiction, homelessness, incarceration. I've come from the mean streets of East Oakland, California, really not knowing exactly what to do in my life. Been told that I would never be amount to anything, about to accomplish anything. At one point in my life, man, I felt like just ending my whole entire life. So for all the impossibilities that are put in front of you, I bring people on, I share my story to help you understand that anything is possible, you know, so that's it.
I heard it here first. So what's your goal for today?
My goal? Exposure. With these people on the pod.
So it's called Business and Pleasures, where we help singles find your right person and build business with them together, because we both know how it feels to do business by yourself. We were both married. We were both married before with partners who really didn't, you know, support our business, but now we got it and we building together.
I need to get on your platform.
You want? Okay, let's do it. I'm about to interview you.
You be an interview right now. You on my platform. Let me get.
Me and my husband like the same person. We love the same business ideas, and he's literally like my yin to my yang. I'm a thinker. I'm gonna think about the plan. I'm gonna think about the strategy. I'm gonna tell you A, B, C, and D what you need to do, but he's gonna execute it. So when I told him, hey, I want to start the podcast, he did everything that he needed to do. And so that's the number one thing. Like, find somebody who not only has vision but know how to execute it.
My brother, the executor, the man that has put some stuff in motion that's gonna change the culture, the community. Tell us about yourself.
Yo, what's up? It's Carolina Cass. I'm from South Carolina representing, you know what I mean? So me and my wife, we have a podcast called A Couple of Clarks, and we're in a relationship realm of podcasting. So check us out. We have a unique approach. We both come from divorce, and we both are together with our own uniqueness. We come together and we've actually worked our relationship in business together. From divorce, a failed business, and you can look at it as a failed marriage, failed business, but we work together. So
can you speak on the balance that you have from going from a divorce and, you know, that not working out to not taking it personal and, you know, being vulnerable to open yourself up to a new person?
Yeah, so it happened fast for me. So I feel like when it comes to understanding that you can choose for yourself or you can allow God to choose for you, that's the understanding that I have. So it happened fast for me because I already felt that within my previous marriage, it wasn't from God. And when God stepped in, God changed things. And it was easy to see once my wife came in the picture, hey, she was sent by God. And that was too easy. So it was an easy transition for me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So as a man, and you can speak from my perspective because you've been in this position. What is it? What's an important characteristic in the woman, or within? Let's just talk about self as men, that we need to have, after going through a breakup or divorce, to make sure that when we meet that next partner and we have a business such as this, that everything is laid out and they don't have confusion.
Easy. Discipline. One word, discipline. If you lack discipline, you're gonna lack focus. If you lack focus, whatever you try to do, you're not gonna have success in it. So in order to have success in business, in order to have success in relationships, you're going to have discipline, and you're gonna have to be able to focus.
So traveling all the way from the DMV, how was the journey to Podcast Summit, and why was it worth taking the risk to come here?
First of all, I love Atlanta. I'm here often. My best friends live here, so it's always a good time when I come to Atlanta. But I was really looking forward to getting the information. I wanted to network, and of course we talked about the series that I'm going to do, What Does Freedom Look Like to You? Actually, I coined a name from it called Mic'd Up, Free in the Streets, okay? Because I had put a little spin on it. But I was excited about that, but I really wanted the information. That's what I wanted before I got here. But when I got here and I felt the energy in the room, like things changed. So I'm still wanting to go after the information and take my podcast and my new brand, my new merch line to the next level, but also wanting to make sure that I capture the moments to make this not just end tomorrow, that it lasts beyond these 2 days of Podcast Summit.
Facts. And where can they follow you at on Instagram and all socials to support your journey?
You can follow me on all socials, freeyourmind.pod. That's freeyourmind.pod. Check the back of the shirt.
Tap in. Tap in with the merch too.
Yes, and you can follow the podcast and watch the podcast. Watch and subscribe to the podcast on YouTube at Free Your Mind Pod.
Thank you so much for pulling up on me.
Absolutely.
And sharing your energy, your laughs.
Yes.
You just lightened up the whole day on a whole nother level. Like,
I
nah.
try. I feel real light because I'm hungry. Nothing's weighing me down. Nothing is weighing me down. Look, my pants is light, they're just swinging in the air, in the wind, but this juice, though, get you some Tryp juice.
It's all about leverage. Business is all about leverage. So instead of selling one book at a time, one t-shirt at a time, one course at a time, licensing allows you to do minimum purchase orders to partner with an agency, university, corporation, after-school program, and you become an authority, and you're able to sell your products at scale, which of course stabilizes your business and gives you the authority you need to be at the top of your market or your industry.
Yes, sir.
Full advantage of this.
You got to.
But you got to be brave enough. You got to have the mind to have no limits, no boundaries, no hesitation. Because all you know is this.
Yes, ma'am.
So coming from a generation where, I was in banking, I was a teacher, I was a principal, you can just hear every one of those.
Yeah. I didn't sound no better than the last one.
and I had to just break. So
Yeah.
for me at 62 to break and say, I'm gonna have a podcast. I'm gonna talk about what I know hurts the hearts of everybody.
Right.
Makes me choke up because our job is to help people get free. I know what I had to go through to get free.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want that for anybody else. So on Stacy Speaks Hope, I talk to women about the lies that they have believed as little girls that keep them from being the woman God called them to be. And it's also true for men. It's also true for little boys. Everybody can relate to that.
Chris the Hair Guru, I got the best hair products in the world.
And where can they see these hair products on any platform?
So on Instagram and TikTok, you can go to JCS Miracle Products, and the website is jcsmiracleproducts.com. All natural products. And on your first order, you can get buy one, get one for free, man.
Make sure y'all tap in. So how successful have you been in this business?
So we've been in business for like 5 years right now. The most we did is like $170K in a month, just running ads, making good content, man.
170 in a month?
Crazy. We got 8 people on the team right now in-house, just making product, shipping it out.
How do you manage all of them orders?
Man, really just serving people, man, and just having the right people on the team.
Why did you choose the beauty products to run ads for and start your business?
For sure, man. Really just trying to find the next best things for myself, man. Just trial and error with hair products during COVID. Man, started finding good results in there. And I was like, man, I could sell this to other people. So just started from one person to the next. And then I started getting good reviews. And I was like, okay, let me get serious with this. And I started pushing it more. Now you start doing 50K months, 100K months. Then it's like now you get to the point where you can take care of your family. So now I'm just doubling down on the good habits even more.
Facts. And for someone that's wanting to start to get in the beauty industry, what do you have for advice?
Man, just make sure you love what you're doing. Make sure you are willing to actually go learn everything you need to do. And make sure you get your energy right. And it's all mental for sure. You have the right mindset. That's 90% of the battle right there.
Biggest thing that I learned in content creation is don't get attached to numbers. The reason I say that is because numbers will go up and down, but as long as you keep creating, your relevancy stays in the ecosystem of content.
And what makes you different than other media outlets?
What makes me different? I'm Travion. So I know who I am, I know what I bring to the table, so I know that I can never do what anybody else do, and neither can they do the same for me specifically.
We have over 80 different streams of income inside of DBA, so let's make it an academy.
And how long have you been building this academy?
3 years.
What is the biggest thing that you've learned from building your academy?
You gotta pour into people. Pour into people, help people genuinely, always add value, always improve your products and your services for people, and just be a good, genuine person, and really help people.
And what platform is this academy on?
On school platform.
Make sure y'all tap in.
Overall goal or purpose is to help service providers scale their business up under my brand.
And how are you doing your marketing right now?
Social media. I actually have over 350,000 followers online. Overall platforms over almost at 400,000 followers all over. So I have a pretty huge following.
And what did you do to get to this huge following?
Be myself, not care. For being honest. You don't make money, you can't give a fuck. If you care, you're not gonna make no money. You're gonna be broke. Sorry. On social media at least. You can step back at any moment when you actually have a business. But I tell people, if you are working in your business, you don't own a business. So if you're a hairstylist, if you're a videographer, if you're a service provider, you know what I'm trying to get at? You don't own a business. Until your business can be ran automatically with you looking behind and just being the puppet master, then that's when you're a business. But until you're not doing that, you don't own a business. You're just working. And it's a hard pill to swallow, but that's honestly what's going on.
Thanks. Okay, and what's the biggest thing that you've learned over the decade that you've been in the space?
I think the biggest thing that I've learned over time has just been to just kind of like, when you start, right, scale. Don't stay small, scale to a point where you have a lot going on and a lot of revenue coming in, that you're able to take care of a lot of different things, like paying employees, investing in your business properly, and also being able to step away from your business while your business is running and still generating revenue. Balance comes in a moment. I think balance comes in your entirety of life. You know what I'm saying? When you look at your life in its entirety, you'll be balanced. But if your focus is, oh, let me balance this, let me balance that. Because think about it. I read it once in a book where, think about it. If ducks get in a row, guess what happens? They actually get shot. You know what I'm saying? So your focus shouldn't be balancing. Your focus should just be like focusing on one or two things, getting that done, and adding it to your life's balance.
And welcome back to another trip. We are at the podcast summit with
Chef Jazzy.
Yes, ma'am. So what do you do?
So I teach people how to cook. I am an empowerment chef, and I teach people dishes in Indian cuisine, Asian cuisine, Hispanic cuisine, and Caribbean cuisine.
What's your favorite cuisine?
My favorite cuisine really is Asian, but Caribbean is a close second. Like, both of them is my top two.
So why all the different varieties of cuisines to that? Why that?
Because I grew up eating that way. So I tell people I'm BK born and I'm ATL bred. My roots are Brooklyn strong. So I grew up eating a lot of Jamaican food. I grew up eating a lot of Chinese food. And so the culture just exposed me to different things. And I realized, like, I just didn't always want to eat mac and cheese and dressing and cornbread and all that. You feel me?
Real talk.
Like, so I had to teach myself. I'm self-taught. I taught all those cuisines to myself. That's why I tell people my company is S&S Cooking, simple and sophisticated. So I teach people how to cook things simple, but in a sophisticated way.
That's cold.
A lot of times we think we waiting on God, God waiting on us.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? So
There's so much I can say right now.
I was like, okay. I said, okay, God, fine. 24 hours after that, I had another phone. They don't know each other. He was like, yo, I want you to teach on this other book, one of my other books. I was like, God, he says, yo, you was the one holding up the process.
Yeah.
He said, there's so many people need what you got, but he said, I gave you time to grieve.
Right.
That's fine. So, that's a loving Heavenly Father. Great. So, and since that time, I haven't been marketing, been advertising. It just start flowing, start coming, boom, 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 boom.
Organically.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm seeing with you. I was like, yo, the Joker is asking these questions. And it was intriguing me. I was like, yo, let me write that one down. I was like, it was great. Organic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because when you do the assignment, it start happening. And ever since that time, it's been flowing. And all I can say is that has been making me feel good. You know what I'm saying? When you're helping somebody and you're like, okay, because I'm doing what I'm born to do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a purpose. My purpose is helping people discover their purpose. Kenneth Burnett, the Vision Doctor. If you're pregnant with the vision, I'm gonna help you birth it.
Yes.
Oh damn, I'm a 17-year entrepreneur, man. I'm out here doing something positive instead of negative, man. Y'all gotta come get this hat, man. It's going on. This ain't a brand. This a trend. It's going on the whole Atlanta buying my stuff, bro. For real, I'm at Podcast Summit going on for sure. I'm out here doing positive stuff. Serial entrepreneur, investing in the real estate, flipping my hat brand. That's what I'm out here doing. This man _Cedric, CEDRIC, man. I got a book on Amazon, man, teaching y'all how to sell. I sell so good, he about to buy my hat. He about to buy this whole row of hats. You feel me? Know what I'm saying? Ain't that right? Sure.
And here, we're a multimedia experience, Tryp Media, and I host events myself. What advice would you give me starting out and continue on my journey to host events and create intentional spaces like you do?
I would be hosting as many free events as I can to build a name for yourself. Like sometimes people want to charge. I will go find a venue that I can bring people for free where they're going to make money off the bar or food or whatever, and they're going to let you do it for free. You start building a name and a brand for yourself from doing a free event.
Yes, sir. Is there any specific locations that you suggest? Or
I don't know where you live at. Yeah, so wherever you live at, small little coffee shop. And also spots that are small, so you put 10 people in there, 50 people, it looks crazy.
Yes, sir. And my last question is, someone in your space, with how long the history that you've had in the industry, what is the biggest thing that you've learned?
The game is being consistent. Most people are not consistent long enough. Like, I've been a full-time entrepreneur 16 years, and I operate with this mindset it has to work or it has to work. I'm mentally unemployable. I don't know another way other than make it work. So I can't not be consistent, because if I'm not consistent, that means I don't eat. A monthly payroll is $250,000. I can't chill out. You know what I mean? I got too many people that depend on me.
Really find something where I can actually, go get what I need and farm versus hunting. When you get into the art of farming, that's when you start really cooking. That's when you really start building your businesses, or building your business, I should say, and building your personal brand. It's hunting is great because you can literally go out there and get it. But why would you do that when you can literally go out once and get the seeds from different plants or different, fruits or whatever, and then you can get your oranges, you can get your apples, you can get your pineapples, your broccoli, whatever it is, and then go on the farm and literally stay in one place and not burn that energy and only focus that energy on the farm.
Plus, on top of all that, you get what you want and need out of your farm.
That's a fact.
When you hunting, you get what's given to you.
You get whatever's out there.
You don't have a choice.
You know what I'm saying?
It's either you eat or you starve.
That's actually really important. I like what you said there. Facts.
The Tryp effect. A few weeks that I was a part of the community, and I always wanted to ask you this when you said it. You said I have coaching, a little bit of coaching in me. What about my characteristics spoke to you to say that?
Okay, I wish you would have asked me when I first asked you, but I'm gonna tell you right off real. When I think because you are coachable, only coaches are coachable. And so when you came in, you were so hungry, you were so focused, you knew who your audience was, you know who your audience is,
And I think because you were so in tune with what we were saying, it wasn't like, oh, I'm just gonna take everything and I'm gonna do exactly what. No, you understand your flexibility and your creativity. You understand who you are, but you said no. If they telling me, it's something, the reason why they telling me to do this or not to do this, it makes a better coach. And your communication skills, like even how you encourage the other community members. I mean, you always show up, you're ready to learn. And so I deem that as a good coach. What you doing? What you doing? If you're not a part of the 7-Figure Podcast community, you need to get in there, okay? That's what he's in. That's how he got this moment, all right?
I need my affiliate link. Dave, sponsor me.
What's going on, y'all? We live at the Podcast Summit. I'm with Tryp Media, man, the hottest up-and-coming media company in the world. Appreciate everybody for coming out, man. This is a wonderful, tremendous event, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling blessed, bro. I'm just grateful that I can put people like you and my brother on and just be in spaces like this.
Yeah, man, God is good, man. My boy actually sponsored our whole vendor booth right here just to be able to take this up. So I know you're going to be big one day, bro. Everything's going to be big. Where do you see Tryp Media going in the next couple of years?
Man, I really see us having a conference just like this, a Tryp conference or a Tryp retreat, just going out the country, putting other vendors on, giving them the opportunity to share their brand and their messaging with the community.
Oh, that'd be dope. Like, I can see that too, like being somewhere out in nature, like really getting trippy.
Yes, sir.
Like trippy?
Yes, sir.
Like going to Pluto?
Yes, sir.
Is that what trippy means to you?
No, sir. But trust that the trip is with planets. So we go from one planet to another. As you see, Tryp, like think of Tryp as a universe. It's the Trypyverse, as y'all can say. And then now we got Crew's planet, we got Melrose's planet, right? We got Cool People planet, we got America's planet. Whatever planet you on, you're gonna have a great time.
I love it, man. It's your boy Mina on the mic. You already know what's going on, man. Let's go all the way up. Podcast Summit 2025, man. Yeah.